Fabi, yesterday you had the dream Catalan in the last game against Ray Robson. You tried to emulate that in today's game as well. Explain to us this idea of bishop to b3. What were you aiming at?
I actually am wondering what you mean. How is this trying to emulate the Catalan? The bishop's on b3,
Sorry,
not,
yes.
not on g2. No, I had a small idea in this game. I was still a bit surprised that Wesley went for the QGA, but not super surprised. He does play it from time to time. And I had this very small idea, which was based on a game, Grishu-Kramnik, from candidates that both Wesley and I played in 2018. It was played near the end of the tournament, and so after knight d4, Kramnik played... after b5, e4, cd4, knight d4. Kramnik played bishop b7, e5, knight e4, and its take castle is extremely unpleasant position. So it can easily get very dangerous for black here.
Yeah.
And Wesley played a move which I wasn't familiar with. I mean, I thought knight bd7 is supposed to be the best move. But certainly bishop d6 is not a bad move. It's just, I wasn't sure exactly what to do. I thought queen e2 here is very interesting, for example.
Try to go for e5.
Yeah, bishop e5, knight of, I mean, it turns into a mess. It's very concrete. It could be very dangerous for black, so maybe I should have done this. And then castle, I really thought he would castle, because I thought that bishop b7 would allow bishop takes e6.
Yes, which it does, right?
Yeah, it does. But then when I started to calculate it, take, queen e7, take, queen d6, and like, well, knights, I mean, many moves, queen e7 is a move going for the endgame immediately, for example. Or rook g8. Yeah, rook g8, I don't know if I have like queen e6.
I think this was some sort of a game played between Cheka and Andrew Hong 2021. Yeah, queen to e6,
queen e7, queen f5. Yeah, at the endgame I thought I'm not better. Queen f5, knight d7, bishop g5.
Yep.
Was this the game?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, they deviated at some point, but...
I think queen e6 was still the game. No, g3 was the most.
Yeah, g3, but g3, knight c6 looked very... I didn't want to play g3, because now f3 is a weakness, yeah, and of course, it's also super complex. I mean, probably I should have gone for this, but I really didn't think that I would be better, and I was kind of attracted to this knight d5 idea. And then I realized that it's an empty idea. Like, okay, if he gets very greedy and takes on d4, queen d4, e d5, king f8, then bishop f4, and I'll have a lot of fun here. Of course, I didn't expect he would do this, but I thought after knight d7, I kind of made a very strange
knight f3
hallucination. I thought like bishop f4 would be strong, and then I don't know why I thought like he should take something, but he just castles in there, and it's very stupid for white.
Because now finally the knight is under.
Yeah. To be honest, I was getting a bit confused with all the pieces hanging, and then I realized knight d7, I'm probably slightly worse. I went for this bishop f4, which was like an attempt just to try to end the game, but I was very worried about knight fd7, knight c3, queen f6.
And it does seem like the computer agrees with you. It's not easy to equalize with white.
Yeah, I was rather pleasantly surprised when he decided to simplify the position.
Yeah.
Because here I thought I'm not really, like, yeah, d4 rook c1, I didn't think I would ever be worse.
Yeah.
Of course, also impossible for white to be better here. But yeah, it really came down to probably finding something after bishop d6, or maybe going for this bishop takes e6 and accepting a complete mess. But what I did was definitely not good.
What do you expect from your opponent tomorrow, and what are you going to bring to the table, without revealing too much, of course?
Well, I expect him to try to press with white. I mean, he's a rather solid player, so he can press in a way which doesn't take extreme risks. That's sort of Wesley's style. But I do have to be ready for both possibilities, that we go to a playoff or that we have a tough fight in the classical game.
Guys, any questions?
A quick one for you, Fabi, is for us as we started our show, and your head-to-head matches with Wesley in classical chess, are you aware what your score is?
I assume it's tied?
It is. It is.
It's not. I wasn't sure exactly, but it's not a big surprise.
4-4 with 26 draws. There's very little between you two.
Yeah, we have a very close score. Also, I think we've played a number of matches, and they've been very close matches as well. So we played like a bunch of rapid matches in 2020. The clutch chess, you probably remember them quite well. And also those matches were tied 1-1. So we do have a pretty tight record, that's true.
And yet, at the same time, when I think about you both, I think that you have very different styles from one another, but somehow you match up incredibly closely.
No, I agree that we definitely have rather serious stylistic differences. But, you know, we do also tend, like, we're both quite good at calculation, I think. That's a strength of Wesley's for sure, and probably also for myself. And usually if two players are calculating, rather than following intuition, then they tend to reach very similar conclusions in the game. So our stylistic differences might be in terms of, let's say, opening choice, or in terms of some sort of decision whether to, you know, play safely or go for risks. But in terms of our actual chess, it's probably pretty closely matched.
Well, very good luck for you tomorrow. There we go.